Good morning. Welcome to another issue of Ferrum Wrestling 411. I'm your host, Gary Holden. With me is head wrestling coach Nate Yetzer. Nate, welcome to the show.
Thanks, Gary. Appreciate it. Thanks for having me.
Must be pretty excited. Season's just about getting ready to roll.
Yeah. No, we're in it now. You know, we had Wrestleoffs last weekend, or not really Wrestleoffs, but our black and gold dual match, and then a couple guys went out to Virginia Beach National. So it was a good weekend last weekend. We're hoping to build on that this weekend.
Let's talk a little bit about that Virginia Beach Nationals. You sent, was about 9 wrestlers out there.
Yep.
A couple guys did fairly well.
Yep.
Talk a little bit about the guys that went out there.
Well, I think John Altus, he stuck out up top, I guess. He wrestled 97. He's actually 84 pounder.
Right.
So he wrestled. But he's going to wrestle 84 this coming weekend. But he took second at 97, so I was pretty happy with him. And I think he competes really hard and a great kid, and he's doing a great job for us. So
I saw that he squeaked by his quarterfinal match.
Yep.
Just got through like an 11-9 high-scoring match.
Right.
And everything.
Yep.
Then he got a pin in the semifinals to get to the championship.
Exactly. Yep. He's a hard kid to wrestle. I mean, he's a real strong kid. He doesn't really know a lot of wrestling yet either. So I think he's picking up more wrestling, keeps learning more wrestling. I think he's gonna be pretty good. So.
Strong as an ox.
Right. Absolutely. He's a competitor too. He competes hard. So. And then Devontae Dickens at 174, he had a great tournament too. I'm taking second. Doing a great job. And he's another kid who just needs to know more wrestling. But I think he's gonna be pretty good down the road for us. So he does a great job.
Who else did well for you out there?
We had James Perini and Damon Miner both placed at 6th place. Damon, I think he was wrestling up weight class. He didn't quite certify. Those guys didn't quite certify in time, so they had to wrestle up a weight.
Okay.
While weighing a very low weight. I think Damon had to weigh in at 157.5 or something.
So that he can eventually make it back
exactly.
down.
Yep.
Okay.
So that's part of the rule. So, but this weekend he can go 157, so he's going to be more of his natural weight, and I expect him to have more success there. So
good.
And then James Perini took 6th to heavyweight, did a good job, and he competes really hard. And again, he's another guy just needs to know more wrestling, and he can be pretty good. So.
Another local kid. He's from
Roanoke Catholic.
Just like John Altus being from Franklin County.
He's a Robin Leonard and Dave Bird's product. So.
Yep. Great. You had a couple lightweights that went out there as well. You had Andrew McIntyre at 125.
Yep, Andrew did a great job. Competed hard. From what I heard, I didn't go out. Coach Bradley went out, but he competed hard, and he was weighing like 120 or 122 or something. So he was way underweight. Once he grows in that weight a little more, I think he's gonna have more success. So he did a good job though. Other heavyweight, Aston won a few. Marcus and Corey Dickey. Marcus Clements and Corey Dickey both did a good job. They competed hard, and that's all we asked for. And as they get better at wrestling, I think they're gonna have a lot more success. So they're good kids and doing all the right things. Sometimes it just takes time in the sport.
Looked like the Virginia Beach Nationals was running fairly well. I was watching it on Track Wrestling, and the matches were just rolling through, especially towards the end. In the women's matches, they just kept cranking them out. We were watching the matches and waiting to see when the Ferrum guys came on the mat.
Yeah, I think he puts on a great. Jack Harcourt puts on a pretty good event out there. I think they have a ton of things going on at one time. It's probably very spectator friendly, I guess.
Yeah. Well, I noticed that there's a middle school division and a high school division as well.
Yeah. Well, they have Taekwondo. They have I think or judo, and they have I don't even know what that beanbag game was called. Cornhole.
All that was going on the same day.
They have a million other things too.
Where did they hold it?
The convention center, Virginia Beach Convention Center. So.
Great. Let's talk a little bit now about the Wrestleoffs you had last weekend. Let's go. I'd like to go weight by weight. I know at 125 you started off with an exhibition because you didn't have anybody for Robert Cunningham to wrestle off.
I'm real hesitant to call. I don't really call them Wrestleoffs. I call them the black and gold match because I think people get Wrestleoffs. They think these are guys who are going to be our starters.
Okay. And
that's not the case. We pick our starters based on how they do, throughout the tournaments, and how they compete more than. This is basically just another practice match for us. The guys get ready and get test run. So, but yeah, Robert did a great job. Controlled the match from beginning to end. Really, it was really really not that close. But
he wrestled against Michael Richardson.
Right. Yep. He's from out in Western Branch.
Okay.
Michael just needs to get better at wrestling. He's probably wrestling outside his weight class. He's a 33 pounder. I mean, he's probably too big for 25, but he's probably in between. So fortunately, he's kind of, we call him a tweener. He's probably a tweener. Yeah.
Seen a lot of those tweens over the years.
So, but Robert did a great job. Controlled the match, did everything we asked him to do, and he's learning wrestling as he goes, and he's doing a great job. Great competitor. So, I'm looking for big things from him. He probably is gonna be our starter that way. So. 133 Zimmerman beat Jacob Bonds.
Justin Zimmerman?
Yep. Zimmerman's done a great job so far. So is Jacob. I mean, these guys battle every single day in the room. So, it's no surprise that when they're out and competed, they battled. So it was a great match.
Jacob's another guy from a close area here. Christiansburg, great high school program, 12, 13 times years in a row, winning the state championship.
Absolutely.
So great program.
And I think he's got a very high ceiling. I'm really high on Jacob. I think he's going to be, I think as he gets better, he's going to be a huge part of this program. So and Justin Zimmerman too. I mean, Justin Zimmerman's done a great job. Technically, he's the best guy on our team.
He's really improved. I saw him wrestle last year in high school, and he has improved so much in just the 1 year.
Right, yeah. Skill-wise, he's unbelievable. I mean, he knows more wrestling than I know, probably. So.
I'm not sure about that.
Logan Meister, he beat Jamie Carr. That was a big win for Logan. Logan's just a smart wrestler, and physically we need to get him stronger, get him better. But he's just smart. He knows where he's good, and he knows what he's got to do to win. And he does a great job. I'm looking for big things from him. So
he comes out of the McDonough School, one of the very prestigious
right.
prep schools in the country up in Maryland, just north of Baltimore.
Right. Yep. Great wrestling program. Coach Welch does a great job up there, and he's going to be great for us, I think. So I think he's going to be special for us. So.
And he beat a good wrestler. Jamie Carr was one of your guys from last year.
Yeah. I mean, this is not the last we're going to see of Jamie. I mean, Jamie's going to be. I mean, Jamie's he's a competitor. He'll be around, so he'll do a good job.
That was an overtime match, right?
Right. Oh yeah, it was close. I mean, it's close as it gets. 1-1 going to overtime.
Yeah.
And then Lancaster looked really good against Daniel Reynolds, returning guy for us.
Josh Lancaster, he's out of
Brookville,
High School.
another local guy. Yep. He did a great job, and he's a competitor. He goes really hard. Once we eliminate some of his mistakes, I think he's going to be pretty good. So he competes hard. That's all we ask. So,
sure.
Sean Murphy, 57, from Colonial Forge. That was probably the most impressive win of the night. To be honest with you, between him and Darius. I thought that'd be just watching practice. I thought that'd be a really close match. And Josh is no slouch. Josh Alston. Yeah, he's and Sean really controlled the match from the beginning to the end. I think it was 11-0 or 12-0. So
he seemed like he was just all over him. Rode well on top, got right out of the bottom. His takedowns were crisp, clean.
Exactly. Yep. Exactly. 65, that was a weight that was kind of wide open. We had 5 or 6 guys competing for that weight. And this definitely doesn't settle things. I think it's still going to be, it's still got a lot of season to go to see who our stars are going to be at the end of the year. Jordan, a freshman out of Vermont.
Jordan Fillion.
Yeah, okay. Jordan Fillion. He did a great job and he got the fall already. And they both guys worked really hard, and so both guys got a bright future here.
Eddie Isher was one of your returning wrestlers.
Right.
Yep. Came in mid-year, transferred.
Right, exactly. From Maryland. He's from Maryland. Yep. But both guys do a great job. They do everything I asked them to do, and going to be both pretty good. So
174, you had an exhibition match.
Right. Yep. We bumped Dallas Daniels up. Corey Williams, our guy from Bluefield, Virginia. He got sick. He was pretty sick, so we sat him out and we bumped Dallas up. And there's not a huge surprise there. Dallas is just he's a baby to the sport. He's just learning the sport.
His opponent was
Thomas Smith from Powhatan. And Thomas will probably be our starter there, to be honest with you.
Okay.
Just based on what I've seen so far. So I'm expecting big things out of him. Corbin Ramos, 84. He was also another impressive match. Hunter Duvall has done a great job. He's from Tunstall down the road here, and he looked really good on the Tuesday Challenge tournament. And then just Corbin kind of controlled the match. Hunter kind of wrestled Corbin's style, which is kind of just letting it loose,
Sure.
and Corbin ended up getting the fall there. It looked really good. And then
Corbin is one of your he's one of your state champions.
Yeah, right.
Last year.
Matoka,
AAA state title from Matoka out of Richmond.
At 95, I believe too.
And now he's wrestling down at 84. So it looked like he had the weight to lose. He looks real good.
Yeah, he started to lean down. He's a kid that I think he's slowly starting to buy in. He understands what it takes to be really good. And the thing about Corbin is he wants to be good. And that's half the battle. And I do think once he totally commits to it, he's gonna be pretty good. So the diet part's a huge part of it, and I think he's starting to realize that. So
he looked good.
Yeah, and then Darius McCray, he got a I believe it was either a big decision or a major against Jalen.
9-2, just missed a major decision.
And he let him loose a few times at the end of the period for whatever reason. We're trying to iron those details out. You can't do that, But he looked. I mean, he was impressive. I will say. I expect that to be a close match actually. They wrestle a lot in practice, and it's fairly. Some days it's fairly even, So, but I was impressed. Darius, he stepped it up. I think he knew, and Jalen will learn how to do that.
that Darius probably found the most success last year. He had one of the smaller weight classes, typically went to tournaments and everything, but he found the most success, won 3 titles, was in the finals of another.
Yep.
How do you feel he's going to do coming into the varsity portion now of our schedule? Last year we were just a club program.
You know, I try to tell the guy, it's different, okay, but it's not really that much different. You know what I mean? You're still going out there competing, that guy's still trying, you know, and yeah, you're going to wrestle better guys, but I think Darius has gotten better.
Sure.
So, I mean, I do think, I expect the same out of him this year, to be honest with you, and I expect him to step it up a notch, the bigger tournaments.
Sure.
You know,
he placed at your first tournament last year.
Pembroke Classic, yeah, and he beat, you know, I think he beat 2 I think he beat 2 Division I guys. You know what I mean? He beat an Appy State guy, and I think he beat a Citadel guy, I believe. So
pretty excited to see what he's going to be able to do this year.
Yep, exactly. Yep. So he's going to be he'll be a competitor for us. So it just the key is just keeping him positive and keeping him getting better at wrestling. So.
You had a battle at 285.
Yes. Yep.
Guys were going at it. Tate Delaney decisioned Chandler Cole.
Yep.
For a while there, it wasn't really looking like either one was going to have the edge. We might be looking at overtime.
Yeah. But, you know, Tate got into that high crotch, and Tate when he shoots, he's very good. I mean, he's very athletic, heavyweight, and did a great job. Got to a high crotch, finished it pretty the way we taught. You know, and did the things the right way, and you know, and Tate's going to probably be our heavyweight this year. It's looking like, and you know, Chandler's actually progressing down to 97, so he'll be 97 pounder.
Okay.
But you know, right now, first couple tournaments, he's going to be a heavyweight. But you know, I was happy with Tate's effort.
You had a couple of exhibitions at the end, 141 and 149 to 165.
Yes,
kind of a hodgepodge there. Talk a little bit about those matches. You had Logan.
We had Logan. Logan Smith. He beat Ryan Klingenpill. Did a great job. Really, I mean, it was a close match. Those guys battle every day in the room. So, sure. And then Paul Biggs. I had him wrestle Randy Moore. Both these matches were short matches because of you know, Paul was out with a concussion last week,
just coming back.
And Randy just got back on the mat. He was he had high blood pressure, believe it or not, so we had to sit him for a little bit. But he they did a great job, and I just wanted to see how they compete with the single knowledge. So they both did a great job. I was pretty happy, especially Randy's effort was outstanding.
And then you had Logan Smith, who is a 2-sport athlete for you. Logan ran a cross-country championship.
Yeah, he ran. That's right. Yeah, that's exactly.
Earlier in the day.
Yeah, I forgot about that. Yeah, that's right. His match was shortened because he ran like, I don't know, like, what is it, 6 miles? I don't know.
Well, it's a 8K, so it's like 6.2.
Yeah, 6.2. And then and then he came in and was like, hey, my legs are dead. I'm like, all right, we'll go 2-1. I understand. So.
We'll go 4-minute match. Talk a little bit about this weekend. You get the Pembroke Classic coming up to open the season here.
Exactly.
What are your thoughts going into that?
It's a tough tournament. It's one of our tougher tournaments. You know, you see a lot of Division I, Division II, Division III teams there, and
Pembroke is
club teams. Yeah,
Pembroke is a nationally ranked powerhouse.
They're really good. Yeah, they returned 3 All-Americans, I believe, on their team, and they're top 10 in the country right now in Division II. So
hopefully we can run into them on the other side of the bracket.
Yeah, I want to go after them. You know, they're coming here for a dual meet, so I want to see them.
That's
I want to see them.
Yep.
Yeah. And then there are, you know, obviously the big event's going to be November 13th, 8 p.m. at Schwartz Gymnasium.
Yep.
Washington Lee dual meet. Yeah, my goal is to pack that place. I'm working all week to pack that place, get it as full as possible, and create an awesome environment.
So any of you fans that are out there watching this, we need you at Ferrum College Wednesday the 13th, 8 p.m.
Prime time.
Ferrum versus Washington Lee University, the only 2 Division III wrestling programs in the state of Virginia. So
yeah, but it should be a battle, man. I'm really excited about establishing a rivalry with those guys. So.
We're planning on streaming it for you. Last week when you had the Wrestleoffs, we had your 2 broadcasters, a couple of young guys, Tyler Edgar and Trey Isaac, did a wonderful job. We're really excited to see what they're going to do.
But we'd rather have them here.
Sure.
We'd rather have them here. You can watch it if you get snowed in or something. You got to be here to get the full effect. So.
Right. So, Coach, we'll be back in a couple weeks with another issue of 411.
Yep.
Hopefully, maybe next week, actually, since you've got a match. Why don't we plan to be back here next week?
Every week we have a match. We'll try to get together and kind of go over how the week went.
Great. Well, thanks for being here, Coach.
Take care.
Folks, we'll see you next week on Ferrum Wrestling 411.